All right. So in Unit 1, Activity 2, introducing the information paragraph, there is a part of the content area that I would like for you to review. So I'm going to show you where that is. This is the first time you'll see the content area. So right now you've only had the how-to videos open to you. Keep in mind, I'm showing more than what you guys will see. So there will also be, you'll see how-to videos for Unit 1, and then you'll see the Unit 1 content area open up. So in the how-to video, it showed you that we were looking at Activity 2. So I'm never going to open this Activity 1 because there isn't content there that I want you guys reviewing. So I'm going to try to limit what I open just so that it doesn't get overwhelming. So make sure that you go to the how-to area first and the how-to videos, because there will be pieces in this content that you do not need to spend as much time on. And there will be tasks that are in here that you do not need to complete. But the how-to video area, in terms of how it lays out your tasks, is very specific. So if you see stuff in here that you think you might have to do, you don't, unless it's in the tasks. So in this content area, it's basically an introduction to an information paragraph. So the content goes through how you become a better reader, and it talks about before reading, during reading, and after reading strategies. Good for you to review. And then as you get going, it gives you a little bit more specific details about before reading, the things that you would do. And then after reading, there's a video as well. You're not doing this, so just ignore that. This was linked elsewhere. But what I wanted you to really look at in the content is just this specific area. So I'm just going to make it a bit smaller so it fits the screen a bit better. Oh, and hopefully it'll pull up. Yeah. So what you're going to be doing next is you're actually going to be writing an information paragraph. So if you're going to be writing an information paragraph, you need to think about what is the structure of an information paragraph. And this little interactive goes through it really quite nice. So that's kind of the part of the content that I want you to review. So what is an information paragraph? Basically, it's just a short piece of writing that communicates information about one specific thing. So I'll read the paragraph in the interactive below, and then we're going to click on the terms on the left to learn more about how an information paragraph is constructed. So instructions. These are basically, it's going to go through, and then here's our information paragraph that we're looking at. So what's the information paragraph? Let's look at the parts of it. So we'll notice that the information paragraph has a title. It says the title is concise and gives the reader a clear sense of the topic of the paragraph. So when you guys are writing your information paragraphs, it would be good to have just a concise title at the top of that. Then you're going to have a topic sentence. And in the graphic organizers that I will outline in the videos when you're writing the information paragraph, I'll give you an idea of how to do this. But what does a topic sentence do? Basically, it identifies the main idea of the paragraph. So let's look at this one. Many people dream about owning their own house, but renting might be a better option. So what do you think this paragraph is going to be about? It might be about home ownership and renting, right? Or how renting is a better option. So our topic sentence kind of directs our thinking into what we're going to learn about. So what is the first supporting detail? So we are looking at renting. So renting represents mobility. So here's the first supporting detail. See how the idea expressed here connects to the topic sentence. So the paragraph is going to tell us why renting is a better option. The first point is renting represents mobility, and then the person is going to elaborate on how renting represents mobility. So it says, for those with wanderlust or those who plan to move for work, renting suits your nomadic adventure-seeking lifestyles. So I think about when I first started teaching, and I was living in Australia and living in England, and then back in Australia, and then over to Canada. I was renting. Why? Because I wanted to travel. I wanted to see the world. I was nomadic in terms of moving around. So this person has elaborated there with that point. So next part in an information paragraph, let's have a look. With a home, when something breaks, you have to fix it. You can't always anticipate the expense either. Anyone who's had water in the basement or raccoons ripping away your roof shingles can attest to the headache. So they're giving some more information as to why renting is a better thing. So, when I own my home, there are things that I have to fix. I have to fix the roof. The washer, the dryer breaks, or my dishwasher breaks. I have to buy all those things. But if I'm renting and the landlord has provided me with a washer and a dryer, then it's their responsibility to pay for that. So I might be paying a premium to be renting, but I'm not absorbing costs like these, which might be a positive thing. So supporting detail. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Did I do that? Yeah. Okay, sorry. So next, supporting detail. Oh, now my internet doesn't like me. So use of transitions. I will, on the graphic organizers that I give you, also highlight some transition words that you can use. Things like first, second, next, things like that can sort of help you structure your writing. And I'm pretty sure on most of my graphic organizers, when I taught this the last time, I included those. So what's this writer doing? They're using also. So renting also comes with fewer responsibilities. You're also less likely to, and then it gives you some more information. So where's our next supporting detail? You are also less likely to spend money on sprucing up or upgrading your rental unit, which is true unless maybe you're a long-term rental. But yeah, if you are only going to be living there for a short period of time, for example, when I was renting the first time in Australia, I knew I was only going to be in the apartment for a year. There wasn't anything that I was sprucing up in that apartment because I wanted to be able to save my money to go and travel. So there's a positive to renting as well. Next, supporting details. So coming up with the first and last month's rent is a lot easier than coming up with a down payment for a home. First-time home buyers have increased their budget to an average of $316,100, but 30% of parents or families, but expect parents or families to help with the bill. 40% of Montreal, says BMO. So when you buy your home, there's a huge down payment that you have to give. If you don't give that down payment, then you end up with the CMHC, I think is the acronym, tax. So it costs you more every month. So if you can hit your 20% down payment on your home, you save that money. So let's look at, clear use of statistics. So in this one, if you've got statistics, you can use those. It just bumps up the information that you're giving. And then let's have a look at notice the language here. The writer's not trying to persuade you to rent instead of buy, but he's providing you with information you can then act on. If he was trying to persuade you, he might say something like renting rather than buying is the only option for Canadians. So renting rather than buying is a sensible option for many Canadians, right? So the final paragraph, the concluding sentence, has returned to the main idea, which is that renting for some people might be a better option. So that is the structure of our information paragraph. Sort of what they should look like. And I will, in the how-to video area, when you're doing your information paragraph next, I will give you another specific sort of outline of what I'm expecting. So you can look through this area of the content on your own, or you can be comfortable with the video that I've gone through on it. But that is, let's go over here. that is what you're doing here. That's what I really wanted you looking at, is sort of the structure of that information paragraph. And then we are going to next write an information paragraph based on the jot note assignment that you did for the video nuggets. So I'm going to work on that video next.